So the key to my wash and goes, that's why I love doing them in the shower all the time, is that water that consistently is just dripping down on your scalp allows the product to lock in at the root, and therefore you don't have puffy roots. So that is key for me. So I'm just going to show you in one section what I do to really maximize my wash and goes. And I definitely have more than one texture type in my hair, like many of us do. And traditionally, I don't use a tool, but for the purposes of what we're trying to accomplish today, I'm going to go in with my Felicia Leatherwood in this one section. I'm going to put even more water. And pull this through. And I like to pull it through with the leave-in conditioner, styling conditioner, whatever one you choose to use. I like bringing it through because it allows me to get my curl pattern together. That's terrible. I've had that scar, that hyperpigmentation for like weeks. So aggravating, but I'm using my Dr. Gross pads on it and it's starting to fade, but it's like you do your makeup. Now I need to turn this way, but it's opposite of what I'm doing. So it is what it is. Life happens. So I'm going to go ahead and use my wet line. Pull everything in from the roots to the tips. Roots to tips, roots to tips. And the clumping and so forth is so much better when you are using your fingers and not a tool. I have success when I detangle in the shower and I don't use a tool and I just use my hands. But I just want to make sure that in this particular exercise that you can see how well this clumps. And that spray bottle I got at Sally's, I don't even think it was $5. And the spray time and the length of the time that things spray, that bottle sprays is awesome. So here we are. So, and you can tell that there's not a lot of buildup because the discoloration from the product to in the mixing, it's not so white and overbearing as it relates to that product. It will blend nicely as far as when it starts to dry. So less is more. At this stage, less is definitely more. So I'm just going to do one more section. So again, you can see here, and this is why I love to use gloves, because the gloves just allow your hands to be that tool that you don't have to worry about your hair just being unnecessarily ripped out. So I do this with intention. With intention. And then okay. Put the water in to ensure that the roots to the tips thoroughly saturated with water, and that the conditioner, leave-in conditioner, is equally distributed. And see, when you do this in the shower, I dip my head underneath the section after I'm done, and I pull it through one more time, just because you see the key to not having flakage is really making sure that your hair is not overpacked with product. But when you can work that product into your section, and then when you are getting done with each section, you don't have to worry about that buildup and flaking, when you can really work it through in this process by keeping the hair hydrated and then pulling that through to establish your set, your curl set, because you can see those curls are forming and popping. And this is why I love 𝐷𝐿. That moisturizing line, the blue tansy line, it never disappoints. It just never disappoints. So now, more wet line that I'm trying to use up. And again, the wet line and the curl days have a similar consistency, so I don't have any worries about whether or not one side of my hair is going to have the curls and elasticity and the staying power and all of that. I know it will work because the consistencies of the gel are very similar, and it will help me accomplish my goal of using my stash. And I can then purely use wet line. Now, would I purchase curl days again? Probably not, only because I've purchased curl days several times over the past 2 years. This is not my first jar. This is probably my 4th jar. I just feel that, hey, after going through so many gels and knowing that if I want to have clumping and curls elongated, that I need to use a gel that has a wet line consistency. And then if I want to have my hair in more of an afro textured state for a longer period of time, that I need to use something like Cheers Gelato or Do It Fro the Culture by The Main Choice, because the elongation of the curls and how it sets is different. Now, eventually my hair, it doesn't matter what gel and so forth I use. Within a week, it's going to be a huge afro, which I love. And I have heard of people trying to use a whole bunch of conditioner and different things on their hair to change to make it seem as though you have a different curl pattern or texture. Listen, I'm learning how to do my hair, and the products that I elect to use, when I find I can have variations of how my hair looks, because I'm trying to achieve different looks, I'm good with it. But that doesn't mean I'm trying to, first of all, it's all my hair. If I'm not putting anything in my hair to change the chemical composition of the hair, I'm not trying to change to make my hair look, oh, I want to look like I have I have 3A or B hair. That's silly. I'm a type 4 hair girl. The more I do my hair and I allow it to just dry on its own, and I see when I use different products, I can see the definition of my different curl patterns more definitively. And I like that because it just allows me to learn my hair. And it has nothing to do with wanting to change the curl pattern type, the look. But what I find to be amazing, you know, for those who believe, God allowed the nature of Afro textured hair simply with conditioner, water, oil, cream. It can do a myriad of different appearances of texture with no chemical. So that's the great gag of it all. We're here texturizing and putting chemicals in our hair and doing all this foolishness for something that we could have just done with water from the very beginning if we had the knowledge and the understanding of our own hair. So I'm not here to hate on anybody when it comes to whatever they are discovering, what they want to do with their own hair, because I know I'm a person, a natural, that loves definition. And if I have to redo my hair once or twice a week to maintain a certain level of definition, then I'm willing to do that. Now you can see right here, I just put water on the back of my hair, and that's just water and oil and whatever residue was on my glove. And my hair just curls up like nothing. So this particular hair is a different grade altogether from here and altogether from here. I really believe this is like a 4A on the top of my hair, because some of them don't even look like the small corkscrews. It just looks like waves. So I say all that to say I wouldn't have known that if I didn't take the time to go through my hair, try a myriad of different products. If I didn't do my hair a couple of times a week to see how long moisture lasts in my hair, and realizing that just because your hair isn't, sopping and weighed down with moisturizer, conditioner, does not mean that you can't get the results that you need with your wash and goes or whatever styles. It is truly about application and technique. That's why you do need to listen to practitioners who have been doing this for a living and went to school for this, because they do know what they're talking about. I know that Narada Hayes of the Green Thumb always talks about technique, application, more so than pushing any particular product. And what I learned is that my hair really, really responds well when I do it in the shower. It does not take me a long time when I do that, and I reapply and reapply and reapply water to the hair and the product to distribute it. And I do wind up washing perhaps some of it out as I'm putting it in. But you know what? when you're using a product like a wet line that's only a few bucks, and I'm not, you know, counting out the ounces of all the conditioner, leave-in, or whatever that I may use, I don't have an issue with what I may be rinsing out, because I'd rather rinse it out and have a flake-free wash and go than to walk around and someone offer me a bottle of the old school Head and Shoulders or some Selsun Blue, or the Neutrogena tar shampoo, T-gel, whatever it may be called, because my hair is flaking like I just bought tickets to the Swiss Alps. So again, keeping in practice, with thoroughly saturating the hair, weighing it down, and that way I'm mixing the oil from my scalp and the hair, and the product is being worked through. And I'm getting the roots. And I probably do this more than I need to. But clumping is key. The gel has to hit the root. It can't. You can't play with it. Hit the root. It has to, because you will not get what you want as far as an ending result. And again, that product distribution is so key.